is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never will hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
How the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back.
Skinnies even trapped out of glad bags. Work move mad fast, guns like Baghdad. Yeah, I spent 20 on a finger. The weather started to change if I wave it out the window. Trying to get the package through and I could block the cinder. Shined all summer. Yeah, I'm about to grind all winter. Biggest nigga on the team and you could call me sinner. Your big homie sold everything, we just call him Splinter. Keep him in the feds if he hit the state dinner.
Yo, where we at, bro? Where
we at?
What we doing?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bullets Gotti, man. Yo, I just want to tell everybody, man, the streets is a myth. A lot of these dudes be lying. Just look at Corey King. Look at all these dudes. A lot of these dudes be lying about their street credibility. They be lying about who they is. Casanova's a perfect example. Taxstone. A lot of these dudes be capping. But this right here is not surprising to me. I did a video on this individual, La Brim. Y'all, if y'all never seen the video that I did on him, I did a video on him back in, what was it, 2020 or maybe 2021 actually, and 2022. I did a couple other videos before that on my first and second YouTube channel. Now, I'm touching back on the La Brim subject because in this situation, La Brim right now has basically dissed his movement because they want to get money and they want to be in a position where they not blackballed. Now, as you remember, if y'all can remember the video that I did about CJ, right? And La Brim basically trying to extort CJ, I called it out in 2021, right? No, it's 2020. It was 2020 I did that video. Yeah, 2020. I called it out. Now, in 2023, he goes at the members because they linked up. Shout out to the Max. Shout out to the Max. You know what I'm saying? They linked up with the Max. And really and truly, all La did was lie. All he did was started senseless bloodshed in the streets. And basically, he divided a movement where everybody was under one umbrella. He divided a movement. So with La Brim divided a movement because he wanted to dick ride GS9 and Bobby Shmurda and them, he linked up with Psych Bite, a snitch, right? Dude told on the dudes, told on the Max after they scratched him. Told. You know, you could look up the lawsuit. He gave a description. He sued the facility, and he told. But these are the niggas that people call OGs. That's why I tell y'all, stop calling these niggas OGs. They're fake OGs. They're not real OGs. Because real OGs don't motherfucking write lawsuits and then try to say they victims. You can't be a victim and you was basically a proprietor of the attack. You started the attack. You went in a sneak attack, Larry O. Okay? Cowardly move. You know, you got dudes like Shaquille that praise it because, you know, they have an issue with a Bronx nigga. You know, because a lot of these dudes in Brooklyn, they hate Bronx dudes. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They hate Bronx dudes. And shout out to my Brooklyn dudes. But there are a lot of dudes that are Brooklyn biased that be hating on the Bronx dudes and the Uptown dudes. So, you know what that was about with the whole Psych Bike situation. So, Psych Bike gets scratched. He links up with LaBrim, links up with him and P Gutter, and they start JetBlue, right? Now he goes against all the Bloods. He goes against the Stones. And this is what gets me with a lot of the Bloods, right? A lot of the dudes, a lot of the homies. It's like, yo, y'all picked LaBrim. Y'all took LaBrim's side with him trying to dick ride Bobby Shmurda and them niggas. Y'all didn't call it out and say, yo, this dude is going against the hood, the whole organization. We is, you know, when there was a point where everybody was under that 5'9" umbrella. Everybody, right? It was under that umbrella, right? Where it was everybody. Live was under the Mac Baller brim. You know, everybody was under that umbrella. And then next thing you know, La does the shit that he does. Backstab because he mad and envious and jealous of the position. The position that Larry O had. And don't get me wrong. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing what he's did with the whole pastor thing. That's cool. But you can't say you righteous in one sentence and doing unrighteous shit in the streets. Making young dudes do unrighteous things. Instead of him being a real OG saying, you know what, man, let's get money. Let's stop all the unnecessary beefing. Let's stop killing each other. Let's stop doing all this stuff. Let's get to a positive thing. He didn't do no, see, dudes like, yo, but he doing what Larry Hoover did. But Larry Hoover was about growth and development. He was telling brothers to go vote. He was telling brothers, yo, listen, let's get political. And because he wanted to get his brothers political, they gave him 100 years. Okay? You didn't do that. LaBrim didn't do that. LaBrim continued the BS. And then behind the wall, he's up there piecing the same dudes that he tells his little homies to go at. He say, no, it ain't no beef with the Max. But then in the streets and in the jails, they want to have static with the Max. So they dissing Larry O in the records and all this. He's co-signing this. He's allowing. He's not stopping them, saying, "Yo, chill. It's peace, brother. Let's all come together." No, he's not doing that. He's continuing the BS. So look what happened with him in Wack 100. Because I want to speak about the Wack 100 thing. He allowed dudes to line him up. His own homies to line him up, right? Instead of him having representatives go on Clubhouse, he's saying he goes on Clubhouse, gets put in the box because dudes lined him up. They lined him up. Dudes lined up live. They lined him up. But he was the dumb one to go on Clubhouse and say the things that he said on there. Knowing that you're incarcerated. You made your situation very bad for yourself. Instead of you being a real OG and say, you know what? Nah, we not going to do that. We bigger than that. We going to ignore that. He didn't want to do that. So now he gets on there, whacking them is like, it's whatever. They start banging on him. But he allowed dudes like Unstricken Mentality, P and Stag City, Skull, and all these dudes to manipulate. Saw the God, China Mac, all these people to manipulate. So he didn't check and say, you know what? Nah, because he's not a true leader. True leaders don't do that. Real leaders don't indict themselves and give the people a reason. You know? So fast forward, this whole situation with the G6, right? With him denouncing G6, closing G6 down, saying what he's saying about the G6. And he's upset that the Lil Homies is basically affiliated and was basically rocking with the Max, right? Instead of him say, you know what, this is a good solid move here because I said that it's peace. Now, when he do it, it's okay. But when they do it, it's a problem. You notice that? When he do it, it's not okay. But when they do it, it's a problem. He did it in the jail, taking pictures with Mac Baller members, piecing it up with them, saying, yo, the beef is over. But he has a problem with his members embracing the Macs, coming together with them, doing business. He has a problem with that. Because La Brim is an envious, jealous, piece of shit individual. Instead of him being a man of integrity and saying, you know what, let's stop the violence, let's keep the peace, he'd have rather continued the shit. After he says he's the man of the cloth denounces gangs, denounces all of this shit. You're not trying to elevate the people into righteousness or try to help them get to a bag. You want to extort. You want to disrespect. You want to talk crazy. And then you want to act like you about the people. No, La Brim is a fraud. And it's about time that dudes is exposing that, because at the end of the day, I don't have an issue with that black man. But I don't like to see a black man leading my people to slaughter. He's leading the people to slaughter because ain't no motherfucking way, yo. Ain't no motherfucking way, yo, that you can get on your platform and say you against this, you a man of the cloth, there's no issues with the Max, but you don't like that you saying, nah, we shutting the G6 down because they out here on the street coming together, working together, moving together. You don't like that. You don't like to see them moving together. You don't like to see them in the street working together. So I get it. It irks you. So I watched a video with Dice Peso and Boss Ugavelli and Perp the Dealers. Shout out to Perp the Dealers. You know, shout out to them. Right? I watched the video. In the video, in the song, Boss Ugavelli is going at La. And basically, he throws down the hat. He say whoopty and saying your big homie is in the feds. If he come back, he know he can't live because he's a rat. And I'm like, hold up. He can't live. He's a rat. Now, mind you, Whack 100 and them was calling La a snitch, right? On YouTube. on Clubhouse, but they was going by what Shaquille said. Now, hearing what I heard on that song is deeper than that Shaquille shit. And what I didn't understand is why Shaquille cleaned it up when you the one that insinuated that this man told. People going by what they heard you say. They heard you say he made a statement. But, hey, dudes want to clean it up however they want to clean it up. It is what it is. But I watches the video, the joint, the jump off, and when I listened to the jump off, he insinuated that, and then not only that, he insinuated that. But this is the thing that got me a little bit too. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. This is the thing that got me a little bit too. They goes to the hood. They go to their block and to the hood, and he walks around, Boss Agavelli. And I'm saying to myself, wow. But not surprised, because these dudes was taking shots at Larry O, you know. Free the old man, Larry O, free him. Free him. Free Larry O, free him. You know, free him. Definitely free him. Shout out to Eli Brim, you know. And the thing that was crazy to me is that everybody hates on Larry O. They lied and said that man was a snitch when he wasn't a snitch. Okay? They said all type of negative things about that man, right? Disco Baller, yes, he's a snitch. He's a rat. He's an informant. He told on his co-defendant. Fuck that nigga. But to lie on a man like Larry O, that's fighting for his freedom, fighting for his life, and he's coming home soon, right? To lie on that good brother like that because it's an agenda, because people don't like the fact that Larry O was like, yo, I'm leaving the nation. I'm making my own nation. Respect the Larry O for that, you know? Pistol did it, you know? The Stones did it, because a lot of that shit in that UBM is a lot of bozo shit. A lot of niggas is co-signing these rats, these homosexuals and booty bandits, and dudes don't want to be under that. Dudes don't want to be under the backbiters. So Larry O did something that nobody has did. Started a nation. You know? And they doing positive things. They in the music industry. They business, they entrepreneurs. Look at, you got Perk the Deal out here. You know? You got so many people out here that from the Mac side that's doing big things. You know? Shout out to Kimi Baller. Shout out to all of the sleazers. You know? General Deezy, Jaffe, you know, all of them. They're doing a lot of big things in the music industry, entertainment industry, business side, whatever you want to say they doing it. All my guys, all the guys, I fuck with all the guys. I know Gotti, man. I fuck with the guys, my nigga. I'm just keeping it real. I fuck with the MBF, and I'm just gonna say it right there. What Zulu Nation was in the 80s and 90s, that's what MBF is right now. They got control of the industry. And dudes is like, yo, we need to get behind the Mac Baller family. We need to get behind this nation, because dudes is not gonna get no money. So dudes is looking at their careers like, yo, I got a music career. Let me get under this, cause I can get next to a Rick Ross. I can get next to a Puffy. I can get next to a Drake, a Meek Mill, whoever. 50 Cent. I just want them to hear my music. Let me get next to them. Nicki. You know what I'm saying? That's a small move. Dudes is thinking about their futures. A lot of dudes don't want to be out here bummy. I ain't setting it out for these brothers to do things and get in there. So dudes is young boys looking. The young boys is looking like, yo, fuck what that nigga talking about. We don't even know this nigga. A lot of these young boys don't even know Labrum, man. You know? And the problem with him is that nobody's hating on you, brother. But you said you was a hypocrite. You sent mixed messages, and you out here talking about, yo, I'm fading the G6. But you said that you a pastor. You're done with gang life. Why is you still on social media? After what happened with you and Wack, you should just leave social media all the way alone. Because there's no way in hell I would want to be on any type of platform like a YouTube, like a Clubhouse or Instagram, still trying to do gang politics. Like, for the Wack 100 situation, he should have learned. He was manipulated by his own homies and his own set to come to Clubhouse. Manipulated. And after he was manipulated, look what happened. Look what happened. He got in the box, you know, and these dudes, nothing happened to them. You know why? Because they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing. You know? They knew what they was doing. And because they knew what they was doing, they perfectly lined him up. See? But that's when you emotional. That's when you don't deal with logic. That's when you're not being rational. You just doing anything and saying anything. A dude at his age should be playing them type of dumb games. All that this man did, even with the whole, like I told y'all, even with the situation with, you know, it's a lot of things. Like, Lot do things and try to make himself, he sends his people into being crash test dummies. Instead of giving them knowledge, you make them crash out. And that's why I respect the brothers that say, you know what? Fuck this shit. Because it's niggas like that. And he's no different than a Corey King and a Shockwell and many other of these dudes. You know? It's no different. You wonder why you have all these big gang indictments is because, brother, look what you doing. You're not leading your people the righteous way. You can't have them out here wilding. And then you in there preaching about God and the Bible and talking about I'm a pastor and I'm this and change your name to and talking this spiritual shit. Come on, man. Niggas can't. This is the thing that I call out a lot of these dudes, like the Hocus 4/5, the Labrums. This is why I call these the Mysons, all these dudes. This is why I call these dudes out. Because niggas 1 minute want to be Sharif, and the next minute they want to be O-Dog. It doesn't work like that in life. You have to stand on a message. A lot of people lost their lives because of the backbiting, the grimy shit that La Brim was doing. A lot of people lost their lives, man, on both sides. Off of a lie, off of slander, calling a man a snitch and he wasn't. You know, defame that man's character for no reason. For no reason. Backstabbed them for the other side. Backdoored them for a crip that cut a dude that was supposed to be your homie, your mans, that you grew up with. You a snake, La Brim. You a snake, a hypocrite, and a liar. And this is why I did my last video on La Brim, because it's like, yo, dog, you started all these problems. You're not a righteous man. You're an unrighteous man, because a righteous man is not going to do the shit that you did. So, I just wanted to say that. Call it out. How we got to call it out. He did a lot of cowardly shit. A lot of contradicting shit. A lot of emotional shit. A lot of fucked up shit, because as a man, you could have did and took the positive route and did the Larry Hoover and the Jeff Ford. Bring your people into righteousness. But instead, you didn't do that. You want to continue to sell murder, death, kill. That's terrible. It's terrible. People pumping bad dope. You can say what they want about OG Mac. But OG Mac led his people into righteousness. The devils, like the Corey Kings and the rest of them dudes, Shaquells and all of them, they backdoored that brother and lined him up to get him out the whip, because he was leading his people into righteousness and didn't want that shit on the street. See, they gotta get rid of those that's righteous. So they gotta put them in the ADXs. You know? So when people saying what they saying about lie, like, who knows, man? Is you doing all this to get your time cut, but you throwing your people under the bus, brother. These young people is losing their lives because of you basically not being a leader. A leader of men don't lead they men into a trap or into their own demise. You made it uncomfortable for these guys. So now these guys got to go to jail. They going to jail, they getting cut, stabbed, beat on, all type of things. Losing their lives because of the message that you pushed out there and the shit that you pushing. We got to do better than that. You went on Clubhouse. That was, come on, bro. They set you up. You got to blame yourself. You can't blame no Whack 100 or nobody. Blame yourself and blame the homies that sent you in there to crash out, because all they did was got you lined up. And now dudes insinuating that you a snitch. Hey, that's crazy. But hey, you never know these days, man. I ain't calling the man a snitch. But what I heard on that diss track, things that make you go home. That's all I could say. It's what it is, man. It's your boy Bullets Gotti. Salute.